One of the biggest difference between a beginner designer and an experienced designer is how they build their files. Now, beginner designers expand, merge, and outline everything, and then when a client asks for a change, it's a nightmare to edit. But experienced designers make sure that they have a non-destructive workflow. And so in this video, I'll be showing you 5 non-destructive workflows in Adobe Illustrator. Let's go. Now, most designers, when they're building out shapes or building out logos, right? Let's say you want to make a logo out of this. You go and use the shape builder tool, which is Shift M on the keyboard, and they just exit out, right? Now, this is decent. But if I want to make changes to, let's say, this shape or move things around, let's say I want to make this star a lot closer, I can't, right? Because I've destroyed it. Unless I go all the way back and start all over again for me to do that. And that's just long. But here's a better way that most people don't use. So within the Pathfinder menu, if you go to the Pathfinder menu, you select these 2 shapes. So using the select tool, you select these 2 shapes, and then you go to this thing which is called minus front, right? This is a neat trick. Now minus front normally it removes almost like what the shape builder tool does. It removes it. But if you go back and you hold on Option, and then you click the minus front tool, you have removed the star from the box, but now you can edit it. Increase the size, do exactly what you want. You can, you have so much more flexibility to it. Rather than being stuck, and you can't go backwards, this allows you more freedom or more flexibility. Now, this next little neat trick is called the global color trick. Now, guys, be prepared to be shocked. So, we're now here in Adobe Illustrator. So let's say you're working on a presentation for a client, right? Like this one here. And let's say the client says, hey, this purple, right? Can we make, let's say, this green or this orange the primary color, right? Now, you have to manually go in the swatches menu and change that orange all the time, right? Or let's say they say, hey, love this, but can we make it a bit darker, a bit lighter? So I can make it a bit more bluey. Boom. Now you have to manually go in, then go and just select that blue over the entire document. Imagine you have many pages. That's long. But this global color trick is absolutely gorgeous. Let me show you guys. Okay, so we're gonna head over to the swatches menu. If you have not created a swatch for your color palette, create it now. So now, let's say we're gonna go to this purple, select it. We're gonna double click on that purple and go on to hit global. Now, whenever you change the color of this blue, lighter, or whatever you wanted to change it to, right? Or change the specific color code, any color that has this color will change automatically for the whole document. So let's say we're gonna hit global, hit OK, and make sure that we now select all the colors with this one here, right? If let's say, with this one here, let's say boom. When I'm going through, normally you do this at the start of your project. Once you create the color palette, you do this at the start of the project so that you have to do what I'm doing now. But you do it at the start of the project when you're creating that color palette. So now, when the client comes to you, oh, I want to change this color, you don't have to manually go in and change every single color. Now you see how on some of these items, we have added the global color tool, right? And some of them, you see that it's been added. Cool. Now, here's where the magic starts. Here's the magic, here's the magic, here's the magic. Cool. Now we're gonna go to this color. Let's say we want this to be a little bit pinkish, right? A little bit pinkish, we hit OK. See how all the colors that have this color selected change simultaneously. You see it. So always make sure that whenever you're creating a color palette, you hit global on each and every single one of them. This makes your life a lot easier, that when it's time to make a change, all of them change at the same time. Another powerful non-destructive workflow is Adobe Libraries. I can't lie to you guys, this is something I only recently started doing and it changed my life. Now, if you see here, within Adobe Libraries, right, you can see that, these are some of the libraries that I have. And this library that you create, for example, this library can contain colors, fonts, colors. Let's say you have all the fonts and colors you have here. And then that same library is shown in Photoshop, it's shown in Adobe Express. So throughout the whole Adobe suite, you can have access to this library. So then not only does it make your life easier when creating presentations, because now you can move your logos over to Adobe Photoshop. Imagine if you're creating mockups and stuff, you can go into Photoshop and have these colors automatically there. Back in the day, I'll have to go to Illustrator, find the color code, copy it, go back to Photoshop and add it. Long! But within these libraries, you can add all these fonts and colors to your, let's say, your library, right? So guys, what we're gonna do, create a new library. This is for the Anchor and Flow project. Anchor and Flow, right? Create. Cool. Now what we're going to do is start adding the colors. Let's say you click in any color, you go to this plus, add fill color. Add fill color. So you only do that for all the colors within your color palette. For example, right? You can also do that with logos. So let's say something like this here. If you see it here, let's say ungroup, and then you want to add this logo, right? Let's say you want to add, you can drag it in, boom, that automatically drags it into here. And then so you can create folders, make a folder called logo suite, if I spelled that right. And then you can just drag your artworks into it, all onto here, right? Drag it all onto here. Of course, you can name that whatever. Let's say word mark, whatever, submark. My spelling is horrendous. Submark, right? This is just, whatever. This is just quickly for now. Okay, guys, now we are in Photoshop, right? We go to hit libraries. Let's say we go back and open up it full. We go to libraries here, right? And then you go to Anchor and Flow. You see the logo suite is there and the color palette that we have added is also there. So now we're gonna, of course, open up this mockup and show you what I mean. If let's say we want the color this to be, let's say this, boom, the color's added. Now if you want to drag the logo onto here, let's say it's also drags the same logo that's on here, right, has been added. So boom, Bob's your uncle, So now you get let's save that. Boom, now you're easy to create mockups quickly because one, you have the logos here and the color palette here, but imagine that across the whole Adobe suite. Makes your life a lot easier. So yeah, Adobe Libraries, something that you need to be using now. So this next non-destructive workflow trick is editable gradients. Now, in the past, or before this video, if you want to add a gradient to a piece of text, you have to create an outline. You have to create an outline. Then from the outline, then you can add it there, and then boom. That's how you've added a gradient. But now you can't edit this text, you can't change the font, nothing, you're stuck with this. But this doesn't work for us anymore. So what you're gonna do, first create the gradient that you want, it can be anything. And then you're gonna open up the swatches panel. This is Windows. Swatches, where are you? Swatches, right? Open that up and you're gonna drag this gradient onto here. Like how did you just click and drag it onto here. So now that's on this panel. Now with the font selected, text selected, whatever, you go to Windows and you go to Appearance, where you are. So this is the Appearance panel. Now this is going to be your new favorite panel. Anyway, so now you have this panel open, you're gonna hit add new fill. Then in that fill, boom, here you go. You can change this whenever you want. You know? Oh. I don't know why I did that. Yeah, so you can change this whenever you want. Let's say you want to say, look, you can change this whenever you want. Okay? You can type the new, you can change the font. Let's say you want a different font. Maybe you want, I don't know, man. Maybe you want something like this. You can change the size, everything. Now this next non-destructive workflow is all about editable outlines. Now in the past, if you wanted like an outline that goes around this, you have to go to create an outline, then you go object, path, offset path, okay, merge that. Then you have to add the outline, remove the thing here, and boom, here you go. But the problem is you can't edit that, change that, you can't change the font, you're stuck. Only if you go back, you go do it all over again, right? And it's all about what? Non-destructive workflow. So I'm gonna show you a better way of doing this. And it all starts with the appearance panel. Like I said, it's your new favorite friend. Go to Windows, Appearance. Now it's here. We're gonna add a new stroke, right? You can always change that afterwards, not a problem. Oh, a bit too much strokey. A bit too much. Cool. Oh gosh. Cool. But that's that. So that stroke has been added. Then we're gonna go to Effects, Path, Offset Path. Do however you want it. I like to round mine. So yeah. Once that's done, you press OK. Making sure that you have the offset paths selected on the appearance panel. You go to Effects, Pathfinder, Add. Now, boom, you can see you can edit whatever you want. You can even change the font, change the font, everything. And you can pair it up with a gradient on top. So boom, here you go. And then if you're not happy with the path offset, you can decrease it. It can just be like a small outline. No changes can be made after. You're not stuck with this one. Do you understand? It's all about working smarter, not harder. So I hope all of those little tricks helped. If you want anything more from me, comment down below. Let me know how you get along with this. Any problems you may happen, comment down below and I'll try and answer as much comments as possible. Like always, like and follow for more. And I will see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to leave your mark and stay creative. Peace.